Stay the Night by Crisis Commander, read by Deathlight. Sitting in a chair next to her fireplace, Octavia sat, sipping a mug of cocoa. She relished times like these, peaceful, serene, and nothing in the world to focus on. It allowed for a good amount of reflection, time to look back and ponder her choices. And knocking at the door startled Octavia out of her relaxation. Who could it be at this hour? She thought as she set her cocoa on the table and trotted over to the door. Deep down, however, she knew who it might be. Upon opening the door, Octavia was met by a white, electric blue-maned unicorn. She could literally smell the alcohol on the visitor's ruffled fur, cheap and strong. Her eyelids covered reddened eyes from booze and tears. "Hey, Octavia." The unicorn slurred, struggling to keep her balance. Can I come in?" Octavia huffed. "I knew it. Why would I expect anybody else?" "Yes, you can come in, Vinyl." She watched as Vinyl stumbled inside, letting out a defeated grunt as she tripped over her own hooves and collapsed onto the floor. "This never gets any easier," Octavia thought, picking up Vinyl and putting her on the couch. "Sorry, Octi, I really need to stop doing this," mumbled Vinyl, eyes barely open. "It's no trouble, Vinyl, honest." She hoped that her concerned expression wasn't noticed. "I'll go make some cocoa. Does that sound good?" A slight nod was all she needed for a response. Leaving the couch, she trotted over to the kitchen, still well within earshot of Vinyl. "Another night at the bar?" she asked, trying her best not to sound like a scolding mother. "Mm-hmm. Any particular reason?" No reason. Just felt like having a drink or two." "Was it him?" Silence. Neither pony spoke. Octavia harumphed. "I thought so. It always is." She returned to the living room with a piping hot mug of cocoa and set it on the table in front of Vinyl. "What happened this time?" "Vinyl?" Yeah?" asked Vinyl, trying her best to sit up. "What happened?" Octavia's voice held a more firm tone than before. Vinyl didn't answer, shakily levitating the cocoa to her lips, drinking in large gulps until none remained. After she finished, she continued looking at the mug, staring holes into it. Octavia reached out and turned Vinyl's face to hers, and as soon as she did, she gasped. Vinyl's right cheek had been badly bruised. She didn't notice when Vinyl came in. "Dear Celestia, he didn't." Vinyl looked back to the mug, her expression still forlorn. I just needed to come here to sober up. I'll get out of your hair in a little bit, don't worry." Her words were no longer slurred, though they did bear a weight of exhaustion. "Vinyl, you can't be serious. You're not actually gonna go back, are you?" When she was answered with no reply, she grew more concerned. "You know it's gonna happen again, right?" A sigh escaped Vinyl's lips. "You don't get it, do you? He's my co-friend. It's not a big deal." Octavia looked at her friend, almost appalled by her words. "Not a big deal? Truly, how many times did you come here late in the evening in this state?" No response. "Exactly, and how many times has it been because he says something, or didn't do something for you, or was overall degenerate in general?" "I said you don't get it, Octavia," Vinyl said, her frustration becoming more visible by the second. "You don't know him like I do. He loves me." "Well, he certainly has a funny way of showing it, doesn't he?" "You're one to talk." Taken aback, Octavia took a moment to process what Vinyl had said. "Beg your pardon?" she asked, agitation evident in her tone. "You heard me." The look in Vinyl's eyes stopped Octavia, digging under her skin and piercing her heart. "Stuff like that coming from the one who broke up with me. That's what's funny here." "What were your words again? I just don't think we're compatible at the moment? Are you kidding me?" She threw her mug across the room, watching it shatter on the floor. Sitting in shock, Octavia tried as best she could to find the appropriate words. You still feel that way after all this time? Of course I do. You didn't talk to me for weeks after that. In fact, I had to come over here and talk to you myself. You were also drunk when you showed up the first time, just like you've been on every other occasion. Care to guess why you were always drunk? Will you just shut up? Just shut up. I'm done talking about this. I'm going home. I'll see you around, I guess. Vinyl seethed. She got up from the couch and trotted to the door. Just as she was about to walk out, she was stopped when Octavia grabbed her and turned her around. Vinyl, stop! I'm begging you, don't go, please! Vinyl brushed Octavia's hooves off her shoulder. Just let me go, Octavia. I know you don't want me here anyways. That's not true. I don't want you to leave for both our sakes. Why do you care so much about this? Because I care about you, Vinyl! Octavia blurted. Seeing Vinyl's dumbfounded reaction, she realized she may have been more forward than she intended. I mean, I care about you, Vinyl. I really do. Well, you sure have a funny way of showing it, don't you? Vinyl replied mockingly, but before she could turn around again, Octavia placed a hoof firmly on her shoulder. Will you stop? Look, Vinyl, just... Octavia sighed heavily. Just hear me out on this, please. If you insist. Vinyl closed the door and waited, tapping her hoof impatiently. Trying to keep a steady composure, Octavia took a deep breath, then another and another. Vinyl, she began. It pains me to see you continuing this cycle. Every time I see you come over here, I know deep down you don't want to go back. However, every time I try and tell you you're making a huge mistake, it's like you don't even hear me. She looked to the floor, grimacing. I suppose it's my fault. I didn't mean to hurt you the way I did. I didn't know what I wanted back then. Then again, I'm not entirely sure what I even want now. She tried desperately not to let Vinyl sense the crushing blows her conscience was delivering to her. But I know what I don't want. I don't want some pony I care so deeply for to keep hurting herself like this. I don't know if you think you can save him, or whatever the case may be, but Vinyl, at the moment, you're the one who needs saving. A single tear rolled down her cheek. First it was words, now he's hitting you. It will only escalate. Please understand that. It will not get better. I don't. She sobbed. I can't bear to see you hurt by him anymore. I just can't bear it. Octavia broke down, falling to the floor, her body erect with violent sobs. Vinyl's expression gradually turned to one of remorse. She sat down next to Octavia, patting her back. Octavia, don't cry. If you start crying, then... She sniffed. I start crying. She lowered her head, rested against Octavia's, tears rolling down her cheeks as she pulled her friend into an awkward hug. The two of them remained there, huddled on the floor in each other's embrace, for a time unknown to either of them. Eventually their sobs died down to mere whimpers, then finally ragged breaths. After both of them regained their composure, Octavia looked to Vinyl. I'm sorry you had to see that, I just... Shh. Vinyl put a hoof to Octavia's mouth. You don't have to say anything, I know. Octavia left her friend's embrace and stood back up. So, are you still going back? If I don't, what will he say tomorrow? I will help you with that. In fact, I plan to give him a piece of my mind about his actions. She chuckled a bit, then directed her attention to Vinyl once more. So, will you stay the night? Is that even a question? Comfy? Are you sure it's okay for me to sleep in your bed with you in it? We're not exactly dating. I know, but I think you deserve a proper sleep after all you've been through. Getting under the blankets with her friend, she couldn't help but look into her eyes. Who knows, we could end up down that route again. I wouldn't be against it. Octavia looked shocked. Surely? Yeah, you're not so bad. Vinyl teased, ruffling Octavia's mane. Oh, you beast. After they both had a good laugh, Octavia turned off the lights. Good night, Vinyl. It wasn't long before she drifted into deep sleep. Seeing that Octavia has fallen to sleep much faster than she had, Vinyl saw this as the perfect opportunity. She gently placed a kiss on her forehead and rested her head against her friend's. Good night, Octavia. Thank you.